Okay, I'm going to give you a very quick run through of this machine with its current setup for Redroot. The machine is, as you can see here, the current position of the machine is that it's at its logged out display, which is the default display when it's not in use. So this is what it would be like when a driver picks it up in the morning. To get started selling tickets, you press the start button, and then you're prompted, like most other machines, to enter a driver number and a PIN code. We've got a very simple one here, not that I can even do that. There we go. You're then prompted for a duty number, and in this case, because we've only got one route set up on the machine, it doesn't prompt us for a route or service, as you might call it, which it will do in the eventual implementation. We just go straight onto a journey selection. Once we've made the relevant selections, we confirm everything's okay. Lo and behold, we arrive at a screen for issuing tickets. The general layout of this is at the top here, sorry about that, fighting Android. That won't happen on a proper machine because they're locked down. This one isn't because it's a demo machine. So at the top here we've got the boarding stage and the destination on those two big buttons, and the driver menu on that little button between. And below that we've got a list of tickets that you would need to issue. Oh, there we go. I've just recorded a Kent Saver pass. So these bottom two, as you can tell, just by tapping on them, you record a pass, which is very easy, as you can tell. So Kent Saver 16 Plus are basically manual ways of recording the smart card. This machine unfortunately isn't set up for doing smart cards, but I'll show you maybe in another video what processing smart cards looks like. So we've got those three buttons for pass recording, and above them currently we've got adult single, adult return, child return. It may well be by the time we finish setting this up that there's more tickets in this list, and perhaps the concessions such as this will be pushed back into another page, because all of those really should be done by card processing. They're not common. I wouldn't have thought to have them on the screen, not necessary. To issue a ticket, we make sure the boarding stage and destination stage is correct. So if we're at, for example, Tollgate and we want to go to Pinnacles, and the prices update themselves correctly. So hopefully the price for an adult single from Tollgate to Pinnacles is £4.30. So we select that. It takes us to the ticket issuing basket, and there we've got the choice of either selecting the payment method, which can be cash or card. So we go for a cash one, and when we're ready we just go print. Lo and behold, a ticket comes out. So there's an example ticket, fairly unexciting, but that's what the machine does. If you want to add a couple of tickets together, you hit the plus button. So we've got one adult single, so if we had two adult singles plus a child, we add them together like that and print them, and you do get three separate tickets. It is possible to configure it so that all the tickets come out on one print in a supermarket fashion, as we would call it, but that's not common for transport. So having issued the ticket, let's just show you a credit card one. Sorry, need to do that. If you want to sell by credit card, we select card in this bottom and then go print. At that point it will go through the card selling routine, which may be somewhat different to this. Unfortunately I can't prove it on this machine because it's a demo machine and it's not set up properly for cards, but by this time it will be asking for a card, and when you present the card it would basically do this. So it would print out a ticket, on the bottom of which is there some indication of the card that was presented. So that's the way that tickets are generally issued. If you want to do anything other than sell a ticket. If you want to annul a ticket, for example, that's in here, and it gives you a list of ones that you might want to annul. Normal rule applies, of course. If you annul a ticket, it's necessary to hand in the annulment slip and the original ticket. And then other things that are in here, if you want to change the route, then press that button and you'll be prompted to select route and then journey, or just a new journey, for example, in the other direction. And then we're going from Weald of Kent to Gravesend, obviously the other direction. So this machine is set up with the even numbers in one direction and the odd ones in the other direction. In reality, we'll have the machine set up with GPS so that it forwards the boarding stage for you. And of course, it's always necessary to select the destination stage according to where the passenger wants to go. Okay, so that's a very brief run through. At the end of the day, when the shift is over, the driver signs out like this, gets a weigh bill, which is split into card and cash totals, and if there's any annulments, then they'll be shown on here as well. As the tickets are being issued, the information goes straight into a back office. So in a way, the weigh bill, I wouldn't say it's redundant, because it's always useful to have that to use when you're paying in. But in a way, all that information is already back in the back office. So yeah, not as important, the paper trail these days. Anyway, that's a quick demo. Hope it was of some interest. Thank you.